Thank you. Welcome, everybody. I really do apologize for being late. Had some tech issues, and now I feel like we've got it all ironed out. So just so you know, this meeting is being recorded, and we'll put it on our YouTube or our page a little bit after we get done. All right. So today's class is Young Living, essential oils, and some supplements. But today we're going to be talking about the CBD product. It's by Nature's Ultra, and it's distributed by Young Living. And CBD, a lot of people are familiar with it, and you use it for a host of many different things. And there's been considerable amount of research. There's really no shortage of CBD products that you'll find, but Young Living has a premier product. So I want to give you a little bit of background information on that and CBD itself. Young Living has spent a considerable amount of time researching CBD just to make sure that they have the best product available to their loyal customers. They partnered with Nature's Ultra as their exclusive CBD provider, which is part of their seed to seal philosophy. They've done that for several reasons. Number one, purity and zero THC, synergy, which we'll discuss a little bit later, and the effectiveness. One thing to understand, the cannabis plant is often referred to as hemp, but technically there are many species of cannabis. And Nature's Ultra uses hemp from cannabis stevia. Cannabinoids are plant chemicals, and when you use it in or on your body, they bind to what's called the endocannabinoid system receptors. And those are found in our brain and in our body. They help support various systems from cellular health, mental focus, brain health, calming, nerve support, and muscle and tissue support. Using pure CBD isolate in a carrier oil such as coconut oil or olive oil, it allows you to get amazing benefits without any of the psychoactive properties of marijuana, the feelings of getting high. So CBD is laced with THC, and that's where you get that high effect. Young Living has raised the bar in CBD purity, and they've created what's called a smart spectrum CBD, which utilizes pure isolate form of CBD that contains zero THC. And that will combine with essential oils of a therapeutic grade. You mix it with a carrier oil, and you get a higher grade of a product. Let's talk a little bit about synergy. Synergy, it says there's benefits from using CBD, a full spectrum, or it's unmodified, the whole plant extract of CBD. That's called the entourage effect because the oil contains both CBD and THC. And then that's called the entourage effects because the oils contain both of those things, along with 500 plus other molecules of untouched plant. Young Living is also the only company in the United States to provide what they call full spectrum oils. It's interesting that I found out that the manufacturers of CBD know that many people want the psychoactive effects, that feeling of getting high. So most manufacturers will leave some THC in the final product labeled CBD, even though it's actually illegal to do that. So there's no regulatory agencies checking CBD companies, and it's all self-policy, meaning companies can put whatever they want in the CBD bottle and practically claim anything. The great thing about Nature's Ultra CBD from Young Living is that it contains zero THC, but 99% CBD. So we've got these products that help, and they come in a couple of different forms: a dropper, a roller, and a balm. And each one of those carry with it different milligrams. So you've got this product that's going to give you what you need with what you need it for. So one of the things I wanted to read you a little bit of my notes, and I thought we had talked about this a meeting or two ago about, let me see if I can find it very quickly in my notes. Oh, good grief. This is what happens when you start late and you run into stuff. Oh, here we go. Homeostasis. I don't know if you remember some of that, but there's two main cannabinoid receptors. It is CBD1, which has to do with your nervous system, connective tissues and organs, and hormone glands. And then CBD2, which is immune function and blood. And there's a possible third one, CBD3. It says it's a cannabinoid receptor that is a molecule known as, for you science people out there, GPR55, that is found in the brain, adrenal, spleen, and your GI tract. Although more research is being done on the potential CB3 receptor. The endocannabinoid system has one main goal: to regulate your body system. That is called homeostasis. This system wants to regulate areas such as your mood, pain, appetite, and the protection of your brain, just to name a few. So that's why if you can get the CBD in its purest form without those psychoactive effects, then you can get what you need without feeling high. Because most people, they don't want to feel high, but they want the benefits that they can get from using CBD. Okay, so I know, Chris, I want to talk a little bit about some of the products we have, which would be first, like in oil form, the CBD dropper. And so we have, let me share my little screen. Can I share the screen, Chris? Oh, let me see.
Yes, yes, you should be able to.
No, we're not. There we go. There we go. All right, let's see here. So we've got a couple of different oil forms: cinnamon, citrus, mint, and I'm going to share my screen and share with you what I have here. So we'll use the cinnamon first. And let's see, the cinnamon also comes in a 500 milligram as well as 1,000 milligram. And it basically combines the cinnamon oil along with the CBD oil. And again, it's in dropper. What I love about using the dropper liquid form with the balm, it helps it stretch farther. But you can use the liquid form by itself and you're still going to get the effects that you need. So in just this particular instance, which would be the cinnamon, let's see, let's go down to ingredients. Here we go. And this is what we're talking about. So here's your carrier oil, which is organic coconut oil and cinnamon oil, and then CBD. And then you have some stevia. That's it. Things you not only can pronounce, but that you understand. So there's no mixture of fillers. And that's where some of the issues come in. Some of the benefits and features, you're going to find this no matter what. But this particular one, since it's cinnamon, it has more of a spicy aroma. It's going to help soothe tension, and it's going to take care of some of those needs of supporting your brain like we had discussed earlier. Suggested uses, again, all these directions are going to be on this bottle as well as some of the other ones. You can apply a full dropper or you can use half. Start out with a little, see how well it works with the area, and then you can kind of grow from there. But again, it gives you the directions: apply to your temples, to your neck, to your shoulders. And you can see that maybe if you have so you need some support with things that are causing you some stress in, your head, your neck, where we have a tendency, your neck and your shoulders, to hold on to stress, you're tense. That's where the CBD is going to come in. And then, of course, a foot massage. The bottom of your feet, that skin is probably the most absorbent. It's going to get in Oh my goodness gracious, Chris, fill in the blank here. The bottom of your feet is where all of your nerves for your body is at. That's where things, and I know I can't think of what it's called, but when you get different type of massage for your feet, they're going to massage different parts of your foot for that particular body function. And so again, you can massage the entire foot, or you can just concentrate on one particular area of your foot, depending on the area that you need attention to. So that is the cinnamon. And again, that comes in 500 milligrams as well as 1,000. Let's see. Chris, did you want to add anything?
I can just fill in some blanks when you're done that
Okay.
I'd like to add about the CBD and some other pain management products also.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. And so of course this comes in citrus and also cool mint, and it'll just become really a preference, as you can see. And then I'm going to back up just a little bit to the balm. And this is where I kind of got started. One of my friends who has been using Young Living for quite some time, she got me started. She had an issue with the back of her knee. There was some swelling, and she had tried a few different things, but then someone suggested using the muscle rub, the balm, and she did. And she said that she had some remarkable results within a few minutes. And so then I started telling some of my friends, even though I had an issue, I wasn't having any aching issues like she was having. I was just telling my friends. And then once I had a more in-depth conversation with her, I said, oh, I had that same issue. So I actually have been using it myself, and I've actually gotten relief. Now, mine wasn't as sharp as hers, but you could see and feel the same issue we were having with the back of our knee. And so I was really impressed with that. My mom has issues with some joint. She needs like severe joint support. And so she's been wanting to, I've given her a little bit. She's used it. She really likes it. And another friend, same thing. She has made her own little concoction and shared it with her mom. And this is in the span of at least less than 30 days. So I wanted to be able to share some of those things with everyone, because I think what happens is sometimes as you get older, you're dealing with joint issues that are inflamed more than anyone else. Athletes have the same thing. You know, your joints are extremely inflamed. And so you need something that you feel is going to work without, hallucinogenic, so to speak, effects. You don't want that. So that is the balm. The balm comes in 300 and it comes in 600. And it is just a balm, that is in solid form. Okay. Anybody have any questions so far on anything? No. Okay. All right. What else do we have here? And then it comes in a kit. So I'm going to go backwards a little bit. I'm so afraid to click on anything. I might have some severe issues. Okay, let's see here. So let's go back. So we've got a couple of different kits, and one of which, here we go. It is the bundle. So this is the first bundle. This bundle is 250 milligrams. It comes with the oil. It comes with peppermint. So you can basically, the CBD oil base is unscented, so it doesn't have an aroma at all, but you can put the peppermint in. So the first ones we had talked about were cinnamon, orange, and I believe it was mint. But if you'd like to put it in yourself, you can actually do it that way as well. And then we have, oh my goodness, I really hope we still have this bundle. I believe the difference between the two is the balm that comes with it. Those are, and here we go. So this is this premium starter kit, and it comes with an oil and the balm, as you can see here, and then what's called the calm, and that is a roller. And I wanted to show you in detail what the roller is, because it's almost as if you put a roller top on top of the dropper bottle. But let's see, here we go. So this is 300 milligrams. And maybe you needed to put it in your purse. It's just a smaller version of it. This roller comes in 600 milligrams as well. And it's just as potent as the 250. And basically you just roll it exactly where you need it. And you want to just use a different circular motion when you're applying it. But basically you can apply it to, again, it says here, your chest, your neck. Again, something you can also do, we learned earlier, your shoulders, your neck. But you can find the areas that you need it most. That includes your knees, any other joints or areas of your body you feel like you need it. That's what the little small roller is. Or you can use the dropper. It just becomes a preference or a matter of convenience. Okay, Chris, I'm going to swing it over to you.
Okay, thank you very much. So I just want to add a little bit to what Rochelle was telling you all. What I do want to let you know is we kind of advertise this as a pain management course. So let me just tell you about a few basic things that Young Living has for pain management. First and foremost, when you get your premium starter kit and you're starting off, there's 2 oils you're going to get that are super beautiful for pain management. Number 1, simple and inexpensive, is peppermint. So if you need help with your muscles, your joints, try peppermint. Also in your premium starter kit, you're going to have a beautiful oil named Panaway. And this was my amazing oil that I had no idea what Young Living was. I was a missionary in Africa. My aunt bought me one and sent it to me, and it worked charmingly. I had this issue on the side of my leg and I had no idea what to do with it. And my joints, I just put a little Panaway oil on. So these are things you're going to have. You're going to have the 5 ml peppermint and you're going to have the Panaway when you get started with the premium starter kit. These are amazing oils for your joints and your muscles. So what Rochelle has been telling you about is like a step up. It's for people who really need a lot of support. But in the middle, we have a few more things that I wanted to tell you all about that might just be your answer in a little bit of a less expensive way. There's wintergreen oil, which is part of Panaway, but wintergreen is a little less expensive and a lot of times it helps me. We always have different things going on. We're always different. So you're going to have to decide what you need. And what I suggest is start out with the less expensive options unless you know you need a ton of support, and then jump into the CBD. Another 2 things that might help you with your joints and muscles that have helped a lot of my friends, and at different times, different oils help me, is what you find. So if you can have that stash of them all sitting there, this is what I do. When I need some support, I just start down at the bottom of the scale price-wise and work my way up until I get the thing that helps. This is interesting about the endocannabinoid system is there's 4 different pathways. And different products work on those different pathways. And we don't really know what's going on. So that's why trying different things is always a good idea. Another blend that's beautiful you might want to invest in is Aroma Seas. Aroma Seas is an amazing oil for a lot of people. So put it on, see if it works for you. Penny agrees. I can see that, right? What do you got? Go ahead and unmute yourself. Tell us what you have, Penny.
Sorry, I'm eating chips.
Oh, it's okay. I just thought, fill it in. You must have a story. I can see your head going.
Yeah, I have chronic back problems due to my 2 feet surgeries and my hip being out. And I actually had a hip replacement in 2020. But my lower back was excruciating, and Derek can attest to my lower back issues. With a carrier oil, I put 1 squirt of fractionated coconut oil, slathered it all over my back, 1 drop of Aroma Seas, and rubbed it all in. I could go all day.
Wow. See, it's just we're all different. This is a really nice oil for a lot of people. And another one that is real. Oh, go ahead, Tara. Did you want to ask her a question? Feel free.
Well, less a question, but I don't have a camera on my computer. Yeah, I can attest to her lower back issues because I inherited them.
Oh.
But one of one of the things that I really deal with is headaches and migraines. I carry a lot of stress on my shoulders and I get migraines constantly, especially when the weather changes. But the pan away and the peppermint, we mixed up a roller for my temples. I have never had a migraine go away within 20 minutes,
So it
but
works
that
for
roller
you.
got rid of it.
Great for your head support, huh? Super. Happy to have you. This is an oil that I haven't actually tried when I've had issues going on, but I've heard amazing stories about Kunzia. Okay, you have a story on this one, Rochelle, you want to add? Kunzia is super for joints, muscles.
Yeah, I actually just mixed it up with a couple different oils. And I have a couple friends and I'll give them a little sample. And I had to start making note of what I put in it because I started trying different ones. I'd read about blends. But when I first started, Claudia, she had mentioned Kunzia to me and I tried that. And it works marvelous. She said that her husband used it and that was one of the reasons why I tried it.
Huh. And it's another friend of mine that told me this is the answer because I told her what I had going on. She's like, you need this oil, but it's just not one I'm used to grabbing. So I haven't tried it to say, yes, that did the trick. But now jumping over to the CBD that we were talking about before, Young Living CBD is totally different than everyone else's. So let me give you some facts why Young Living CBD is well worth getting, or at least trying out if you're a person who loves CBD. Number one, with Young Living CBD, you can go and figure out where this came from. You can call the company and they will tell you which field this came from. They are totally responsible. A lot of CBD oil is contaminated with heavy metals, but you have the sheer facts that the Young Living CBD isn't, because Young Living controls the fields. So that's one good thing about CBD. Here's another thing you might think about, that different CBDs are created, blended for different reasons. Like this one is with cinnamon, and the cinnamon is for your circulatory system. I got the cinnamon because it sounded nice, but cinnamon is for your circulatory system. The mint would be more if you have joints and muscles. You might think about getting the mint one. The citrus, a lot of people deal with feeling down. Well, the citrus one is for people who have those issues and want a little happiness in their life. So you can think about that when you're choosing which CBD oil that you want to order. Here's another thing too that we don't want to forget about, that Young Living has this amazing CBD product for your skin. CBD was initially introduced to the United States for anti-aging. And so all the studies that were done on CBD oil before it was known to help your system so well and help you get to that homeostasis, it was for your skin. So Young Living with their rose oil popped into their CBD oil has this amazing beauty boost that absolutely everyone on my team ranks number one. We had a team challenge with the CBD beauty boost, and I don't think anyone has decided not to continue getting it. I mean, if you need help with your skin, you want to look younger, the beauty boost with the rose oil is an amazing way to go. Rochelle was telling you a little bit about the, what's it called? Muscle balm, joint and muscle balm. This is such an amazing product. I want you to know that even though it's a little pricier, I have had this for about 2 years. And I do use it from time to time. It just goes on and on and on, because all you need is a little tiny bit on, like half a fingernail size amount on that muscle or that joint that's bothering you. And this has been amazing help for so many people who have switched out other things to go for the muscle rub. So if your muscles are screaming, the CBD muscle rub is definitely worth getting once, having it sit around when you get into those attack modes that you need extreme help with. This is something new that I've just tried out too, that I don't think you talked about, Rochelle, but the Nature's Ultra CBD Soothe. And I have a lot of issues with my neck. My neck is my problem. And especially at night, it's like I don't turn around enough and it gets so stiff and causes head pain in extreme degree. I tried this out on those stiff muscles in my neck, and this Soothe is just, it's proved to be amazing. So this is another idea. We're just talking about managing our pain. So that's something to think about. How do we know that there's no THC? The problem with a lot of people and a lot of my good close friends, it's scary. Even me, I was extremely scared of CBD. I didn't want to get into it. I didn't want to really learn much about it. But now that I understand how it works and how Young Living works, I understand why it's such an amazing product. So with CBD oil, even the hemp plant, different than the marijuana plant, does have a little bit of THC in it. And like Rochelle told you, Young Living will extract that little bit of THC. So this is what people are going to buy in the stores, called like a broad spectrum THC. There's the full spectrum. It has THC in it. It works for a lot of people, but it also has, you can fail your drug tests with a full spectrum CBD oil, because that THC is in there and who knows what it's doing to you. So different than that, there's broad spectrum, where they claim that they pull out all the THC. Now, the problem with pulling out all the THC is you don't have your terpenes in there where it can work. That oil, lots of times people say, I tried CBD and it didn't work. They got the broad spectrum because they wanted to be safe, but it doesn't have the ability to affect the endocannabinoid system like it needs to. That's where Young Living comes in, like Rochelle was telling you, with their smart spectrum. So what smart spectrum means is that they have put essential oils in there that have those same chemical properties that's needed for the CBD oil to work. And I have a lot of graphics to show you guys that I have forgot to show you. So let me go to showing you some of the graphics that I wanted to show you all. Let me explain with pictures some of the things that I wanted to tell you about. Number one, since we're talking about it, let's talk about what is the meaning of smart spectrum. You're really only going to hear this from Young Living. So here's a little graphic for you explaining a little bit of what we mean when we say smart spectrum. So you have those terpenes in there and you will get the benefits of a full CBD oil without any THC. So they put the CBD isolate in there. We have our essential oils in there that helps it penetrate your cells, work amazingly. That is Young Living Smart Spectrum. And that's why our CBD oil is totally different than any other that you would see on the market. Let me explain a little bit more about the endocannabinoid system. I think this is amazing. It's not just for people who are dealing with severe pain. That CBD oil can do so many other things for the body, as it regulates processes in the body as your appetite, your pain, your mood, your memory, your nervous system, and more. So it works, the receptors for it are not just in a small part of the body, they're all over the body. As you can see there, it's in your brain, your organs, your tissues, your glands, your immune system's affected. So it's really important that we try to get homeostasis, and that CBD oil helps a lot of people with their getting this homeostasis and helping out their endocannabinoid system that needs a little bit of help. What other graphics did I have to show you? Here's some benefits of CBD oil, more than just your muscles and joints. We want wellness. Well, how can you have wellness? You can have, let me see, are you guys seeing that? I don't think you are. Yeah, oh, you are? Okay, good. Here's some, it helps your brain, your eyes, your immune system, your bones. I mean, there's a ton of benefits to CBD oil. So these are just some things to think about, reflect on, and hopefully we've kind of opened the picture a little bit more for you on how you can benefit from using CBD oil. And this is just a picture of some of the products that Young Living has had. They don't have the pet CBD anymore, but these are the others we have. We have the joint and muscle balm, and the citrus, like I said, is if you want happier moods. Mint is for your muscles and joints more. The cinnamon CBD is for those who want circulatory system support. So that kind of gives you an idea. Do you have any questions? That's basically what I had here. I wanted to show you. We could go into a little deeper about how there's male and female plants, and we want the males and females together because they're happier. That gives you hemp, and there's more THC if the male part is gone. Anyway, we don't need to go into all of that, but just so you understand the beautiful benefits of CBD. Any questions for us here? And I think I'll just turn the recording off so you guys can feel free to ask what you want. Bye, everybody. And hope if you're interested in getting some of this CBD, that you can let us know, either Sunburnt Crown or me.